9 days out from deadline, and it's still unclear who'll have the final say on whether Gunns has met obligations under its permits to build a pulp mill. Substantial work needs to have been started by the end of the month. The Premier is unclear what that actually means, saying it might be a question for lawyers.
Protests against Gunns' multi-billion-dollar pulp mill may be about to move into the courts. Permits for the project will lapse at the end of the month unless the timber company can show work has substantially commenced. Gunns says the roads is already built, fulfilled the permit and there's more work coming. But that hasn't stopped potential legal challenges.
We've been approached by a number of individuals and organisations who have sought our advice on whether the deadline has been reached, whether it will be reached, and what legal action they are able to take if that deadline passes and it has not been met.
That would test the most contentious part of the Pulp Mill Assessment Act, which limits the right of appeal.
Section 11 would make it very difficult for third-party objectors to try to litigate the issue as to whether the pulp mill has substantially commenced.
Section 11 should not inhibit anybody bringing a case.
The Premier says the government isn't considering extending the permit, but it's unclear who will tick off on the project and what exactly constitutes a substantial start.
Who knows what that actually means? It may well be that these matters that are matters of law end up being determined by the courts, perhaps, who knows?
The EPA is the appropriate authority to obtain advice as to what's required for substantial commencement and then advise Gunns whether its permit has lapsed.
The Environment Protection Authority is yet to seek legal advice. In a statement, the Director Alex Sharp says it's possible the determination will be made by other planning bodies overseeing the project, including 3 councils and 4 different state government agencies.
It is frankly bizarre that the Premier would not have a clue about the true status of this massive project.
The looming deadline makes Gunns' financial result to be announced on Thursday even more significant. Zoe Edwards, ABC News.